Face turning fixed cycle command G94. The G94 cycle is mainly used for turning flat and tapered faces. The command format is G94XU-ZWF, where U and Z represent the coordinates of the cutting cycle endpoint, and F represents the feed rate during the cutting cycle. The toolpath for the flat face cutting cycle, as shown in the diagram, follows the sequence ABCD, completing the cutting and retraction steps in order, primarily cutting from the face. When determining the cycle start point for machining the outer surface, the point should be 2 to 3 mm away from the right end face of the blank, and 1 to 2 mm larger in diameter than the blank. When machining an internal bore, the point should be 2 to 3 mm away from the right end face of the blank, and 1 to 2 mm smaller in diameter than the bore. It is important to note that when using the G94 command, the cutting feed rate and depth of cut should be slightly reduced to minimize tool vibration during cutting. All function codes in the program segment are modal commands, so if the values remain the same, they can be omitted. Specific toolpath parameters can be selected based on the table shown in the PPT. Next, trying to write the machining program for the workpiece, shown in the diagram using the G94 command. Since this is a disk-like part with a short axial distance and a large radial distance, first determine the position for the first cut at x 20.3, z 2.0. With a cutting depth of 2 mm in the Z direction, leave a finishing allowance of 0.3 mm in the X direction, and then perform Z direction machining in layers, with each pass cutting 2 mm. Thus, the Z coordinate changes to D 4.0, D 6.0, and continues until D 7.7. Then finish machining the remaining allowance to complete the workpiece. G94 can also be used for tapered face turning cycles, with the command format G94XU-ZWRF. R is the difference between the Z coordinate at the starting point, point B, and the end point, point C, of the tapered face cutting. The toolpath for taper turning mainly starts from the program start point A, moves to the Z coordinate point B using G00, then feeds to the end point, point C, using G01, and retracts to the Z coordinate of the cycle start point, point D. Finally, it quickly returns to the cycle start point A, ready for the next action. The R value needs to be calculated using a simple formula. The coordinates for the endpoint of layer machining can be determined by referring to the table. Careful observation shows that the feed amount in the Z direction for the roughing cycle is evenly set to 2 mm. When calculating the R value, avoid using approximate values to prevent table errors. So in this example, the cycle start point is set to be 1.5 mm larger than the blank diameter. When using G94 for taper turning, you will find that the R value needs to be calculated additionally, where other parameters are determined in the same way as for straight thread turning. When using single fixed cycles G90, G94, the following points should be noted. First, the appropriate selection should be made based on the shape of the blank and the machining profile of the workpiece. Second, since the values of X or U, Z or W, and R are modeled during the fixed cycle, if X or U, Z or W, and R are not recommended, the originally specified data remains effective. Third, for the R value in the taper cutting cycle, sometimes I or K is used to perform the R function on Fanuc CNC lathes. Fourth, if EOB or zero motion command is specified in a program segment using a fixed cycle, the same fixed cycle is repeated. Fifth, if MS or T functions are commanded in a fixed cycle mode, the fixed cycle and MS-T functions are executed simultaneously. Sixth, if the cycle is executed in single block mode, each cycle is performed in 4 segments, and the cycle start button must be pressed 4 times during execution. This concludes the introduction to the G94 command.